Hey guys, Books Nelson here again with another card breakdown and review. Spoiler alert, this card is absolutely fantastic. I'm very impressed with this Marcus Smart. It's, like the saying goes, I'm sorry I was not familiar with your game. So where I rank this card, I'm going to give you guys this at the front of the video and then explain why afterwards. I have him, if you take that logjam at defensive point guard with DiVincenzo, Gary Payton, and Drew Holiday, I think he clears all of those guys. In my opinion. So here's why. So first let's talk about his weaknesses before we get to his strengths. So his weaknesses, the jump shot is good, not overwhelmingly good, right? But good. But he's missing a lot of those shooting badges. So you're gonna have to, and he doesn't have unpluckable. So you have to give him unpluckable, you have to give him Agent 3, Dead Eye, and then after that you can choose Green Machine. Limitless is probably what I'd recommend. So you got to spend the badges on him to get him up to the level, and you got to give him a shoe to get him from the 80s and shooting to the 90s, right? To really get to his potential. Now, beyond that, no complaints about the card. He's absolutely fantastic. Just to cap off the shooting, so he has normal leaner, which I think is great. Good go in both directions. I don't have a problem with that at all whatsoever. Now, you're not going to be able to give him Space Creator and all of the badges that he can afford. So you have to choose between Mini Magician and Space Creator. He has a good hop jumper, and it's not like you can't shoot it without the badge, because he does have hot spots mostly everywhere in the mid-range, particularly on the right side. But, that's a little negative to the card. And, he's a diamond, not a Galaxy Opal, so he's going to not be absolutely perfect. But let's talk about what's so great about the card. Number one, dribble sigs are pretty much immaculate. So you got the Trae Young dribble style, which is fine. So what's good about the Trae Young dribble style? Very quick burst to the same side hand, right? This is not even me doing a dribble move. This is just literally me bursting to the same side over and over, and you see it's reasonably fast. It's almost like he has a built-in hezi cancel, which is a good thing. You're not using turbo, you're not using right stick. It's just a built-in hezi cancel that you can act off of. So that's cool. If people don't like that dribble style, it's fine for what it does, as long as you have other tools to make it work. Let's go right to those other tools. So we talked earlier about this Pro Hezi in the Zion video. It's a very good hezi. It is not an elite hezi, but it is a very good hezi. It's in the tier below Trae Young and Kemba Walker and Jimmy Butler. It's like right after that. And it's so great because look at the horizontal movement, and then let's go to the next dribble, the John Wall snatchback. This is one of the most elite dribbles in the game, and he also has the pro behind the back, right? So the pro behind the back is like a bootleg Jamal Murray. So you can still do that same kind of park spam with that. Now again, obviously you're not going to do this in competition, but it just shows you how well his dribble moves flow. And just overall as a dribbler, he just feels really fantastic, to be honest with you. He's very close to a My Career character. He has elite sigs. His Sapphire, the ball handling attribute was so low, you couldn't exploit these things. Let's talk about some more of the dribbles. So we've got the Kevin Durant combo moves, which again, combos really well with this John Wall snatch and these pro escapes and stuff like that. Like, honestly, as a primary ball handler, this guy can really cook, really move. I'm very surprised by how good this card feels just moving around. So I'm going to give you guys a quick mini tutorial on the John Wall snatchback and the John Wall hopback. So first of all, hold turbo, press down. That's the John Wall. No turbo, press down on the right stick. That's the John Wall. So what are you doing out of this? So we talked about comboing into it, right? Everything combos into it. Basically, every dribble move in the game combos into that at an elite level, right? It doesn't matter what the dribble move is. But coming out of it is where a lot of people get hung up. So let's quickly look at that with the Trae Young dribble style. So people don't like the Trae Young dribble style, but look at the explosion out of the John Wall step back, snatchback with the Trae Young dribble style. That's elite. That's elite. I've used every dribble style in the game. That's elite, right? That's I'm not going to say as good as it gets, but that's at the top of the ladder. Let's look at the Trae Young out of the John Wall hopback. This is just Trae Young dribble style out of the John Wall hopback. No dribble moves necessary. Just hop back, go the other direction. What about same side? Let's take a look at it. John Wall hop back, same side. So there's a hitch, easily solvable. When you hop back, let's hop back. Hezi escape to the same side, and that's it. That'll get rid of the hitch. See, quick burst, quick explosion out of that same side. We talked about the Pro Escape in the Zion video, and basically it just means that you can L cancel out of the Pro Escape, which is fantastic. You know, you can get all of your explosions out of the Pro Escape that you can get normally. And let's talk about his moving dribble. So with John Wall, you got the moving crossover, one of the best crossovers in the game. Absolutely elite moving crossover. So the reason people in Park like this so much is because it gives you that boost, but it also changes direction, right? But not too much. It's still north to south. It changes direction, gives you a speed boost. That's why it's regarded by many as the best moving crossover in the game. The only other one in competition that I know of is Kobe. So when we look at this guy, the Trae Young dribble style in and of itself is not elite, but combined with the John Wall snatchback, it has elite aspects to it. The John Wall snatchback is best in class. The John Wall crossover is best in class. And then stuff like his moving behind the back, this is not best in class, but it is the next best thing, right? You got the James Harden, you got the Jamal Murray. The Jamal Murray is the top of the heap. After that, you could say James Harden, Pro behind the back, and Jason Tatum are tied. But the Tatum is not for the standstill dribbling stuff. Tatum is for moving. Right, so in terms of standstill stuff, you know, it's probably pro dribble style, and James Harden is what you want if you can't have Jamal Murray. And similar to those dribbles, it just combines in the snatchback so well. And obviously he can explode out of all of that stuff. Look at that Trae explosion off that Kevin Durant, you know, move. Like, just really phenomenal card. He literally has some of the absolute best SIGs in the game. You know, actual my career SIGs on this card, combined with a very usable jumper, elite defense, elite rim running. So let's talk about his slashing ability. Now, I normally don't like to read off a whole bunch of animations, but this is important. Uber athletic tomahawks off one, side arm tomahawks, straight arm tomahawks, hangs off one, cockback tomahawks, athletic one-handers off one. The only flaw with him going to the basket is sometimes you're going to get a blockable dunk. But most of those packages are absolutely outstanding. Like, literally S tier, pretty much couldn't ask for better dunk packages. Like, they literally made him a Westbrook card with a Park card and an elite defender. Outside of the fact that he doesn't have the best badges in the game as a shooter, and he needs unpluckable, which is just like -1 badge you can apply. Let me just double check and make sure he can get that. Make sure nothing crazy is going on with that. Let me see. Don't want to screw this up. Yeah, he can get all of the badges that he needs. It's just that he needs so many badges that some are going to get left out in the musical chairs of badging. That having been said, I think this is one of the best two-way point guards in the game, if not the best, because I think he's going to play better defense than Booker and Harden, and I think he's a better offensive player than Big O. Outside of the fact that Big O has that really high vertical release, I think Marcus Smart just moves real crazy. Elite dribble SIGs, elite slashing SIGs. You know, the bulldozer with the bulldozer with the blow by combo is crazy. You know, one of the craziest combos in the game. Like I said before, you can't even get that in my career because it's so powerful, and this card gets it. Yeah, this guy's nuts. He makes my team, gets DiVincenzo off the squad pretty easily. Really happy. I got him from the deluxe pack because I wasn't pulling for this collection. But yeah, enjoy. If you got this Marcus Smart card, or if you're looking for a point guard and you don't have one of the opals and you need a backup for Devin Booker, honestly, for me personally, this would be my #1 card to back up that Devin Booker card, if that's what you're running. Until you get the James Harden, if you're, you know, everybody's going to get him eventually if you're playing the game a lot. Until you get James Harden, I think this is PG2 if you don't have the opals. I think this guy is just truly, truly excellent in virtually every way. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that breakdown. Thanks for rocking with me as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.